Okay, welcome. This is Illis Purgatory. Welcome me today is my co-host.
K.Marie.
All right, joining me today is
Ms.Londa.
and also we got
Boom from PodcastLit.
how y'all doing today?
Good.
Good, good.
Blessed to be woke, man. Blessed to be woke.
All right. In this episode, like as always, I like to bring other people in and let them have a floor for themselves, understand where they came from and what they represent. So, with that being said, I'm gonna start off with Miss Londa. What's something that you do and what's got you where you at today?
So my podcast, the name of my podcast is Miss Sip and Talk with Miss Londa. Um, I talk about real life topics, relationship.
Mhm.
I don't really do politics or religion. I just kind of stay away from that. I
Understandable.
also have a online business. I sell clothing and accessories. I also have a nonprofit called Lady Zenias Incorporated, and I started that nonprofit. It's for women. It's
Okay.
a lot of things that I want to help women and young teen girls with. I'm in the process of trying to open up a runaway shelter for teen girls 16 to 18.
That's major.
Um,
Major.
yeah. So yeah, those are some of the things that I have going on right now.
Okay. That's what's up. I appreciate you sharing that for real. What's up, Boom? What's going on with you? What's going on Podcast Lit?
Oh man, I'm just same as her, man. I got a couple items, man. I'm about to start letting go of my PodcastLit items that I'll be making on my own. But I'm also about to go to school for truck drivers, so it's gonna be a
A
little bit.
word?
Yeah. But no, man, it's just I run a little podcast called PodcastLit. It's basically just about enlightening people. Like I ain't the brightest person in the world, you know what I'm saying? And I always know I can learn more. So you might catch me on there with somebody that's like 20, 18. You might catch me on there with somebody who like 60, you know what I'm saying? I
Yeah.
can get something out of any one of them, so you never know. And then also even if we don't get to a goal at the end of the conversation, at least you know about it. You know what I'm saying? At least you know, like, well, I ain't feeling nothing nobody was saying, but I
Yeah.
do know what they're talking about now. So you know what I'm saying? It's still informal either
Ain't
way.
nothing
So
wrong with conversation. Ain't nothing wrong at
yeah.
all with conversation.
So
Yeah.
that's what my whole podcast about, man. Just informing people. But we are about to do something fun on the 28th, man. Just
Oh
so
yeah.
just to
I'm
liven
definitely
it
gonna
up
peek
a little
that.
bit. So we got a little battle with the sexes going, man. So we can liven it up. But other than that, though, yeah, it's just about enlightening people, though, for the most part.
Dope. Dope. Major dope. And I appreciate you sharing that also. It's definitely, encouraging, to hear something like that as far as, what you have going on, Miss Londa, and what you got going on, Boom. We all pretty much trying to do the same thing. And with that being said, I wanted to get to kind of pretty much how we all got here to this point. Like where we started off and where we are today. And so the topic I want to talk about today is progression. So as far as like even with me, um, I've had my up days, I've had my down times, where like in the beginning everything was working out. I had this drive, this passion, I want to get something started. I wanted to have deep topics with everybody and share my thoughts because I feel like a lot of people could relate also that overthink and think just like I do. Just want to have a voice for have a floor and have a voice to be able to say like, you know what, I think that way too. But at the same time, life does happen and it does get in the way. And I've had my downtimes, like I said, and I got to a point where, I took a little break and I got back to where I'm at today. Now I'm in high spirits. So with that being said, I want to say like for y'all, and I'm gonna start off with you. Or you want to go?
You go. I
Yeah.
can go.
Okay. I'm gonna start. Me and my coach. We're gonna start off first. Well, she's gonna start off first, and then Miss Lonnie, you can go, and then boom, you can follow after. But
Okay.
as
And
far
like I said, I'm new to this, but I do want to start podcasting. So I want to get a little practice in. We're thinking about naming it Endless Parallel.
sure,
Endless Parallel is I want to talk about things similar to Miss Londa, like real life stuff, like speak with other women, um, to be a voice for women, um, talk about stuff like you were saying, talk about stuff that people don't really like to talk about.
Yeah.
Um, and I'm very excited or whatever. I do taxes, so January through April, my head is about to explode.
Okay, okay.
Yeah,
As far as progression, like
as
what
far as
where
progression.
like from before you started to where you at now, like what was the progress along the way? What kept you going?
What kept me going was being tired of being in the same position, I would say. Waking up, like, being close to my 30s and like, dang, I haven't did anything I wanted to do yet. So I just pretty much woke up and was like, I gotta do something with my life. I gotta leave something for my kids, stop all the generational curses and stuff like that. And also, I didn't have a lot of motivation back in the day. Pretty much being sitting in my room was pretty much what I like doing. Sitting in the room on Facebook, waking up scrolling was pretty much my day to day. Then I decided to, take a leap of faith. I decided to take that leap and it felt so good. So me, now I realize I'm waking up early in the morning, which was a never for me. I'm waking up early in the morning, going to my tax office, and that's big for me. That's very big because I pretty much slept all day. And being a single mom with kids, and postpartum, so I came a long way, a very long way.
I'm proud of you. Very proud of
That's
you.
pretty. That's dope. That's dope. That's dope. That's dope. I like
Yes.
that. Taxes and all, huh? So you doing taxes? You got
Yeah.
them deals?
Yes. Yes, they got it a lot easier for us this year. Last year it was a mess. It was a mess last year. Chaotic.
You got it now. You got it.
I
All right,
understand that.
Ms. Londa, how you doing? How do you how have as far as like starting from where you started and where you are now? How do you feel like your progression has got to where it has today? Like what's your story behind your progression?
Okay, so the story behind my progression is, well, first let's start with, so when I first started podcasting, I just jumped in. You know what I'm saying? Just went in head on. There was times where I had meltdowns because of frustration, co-hosts, losing co-hosts not working out, just things. See, and this is the thing that I want to say to people is, when it comes to podcasting, it is just not as simple as sitting in front of a camera and talking. It is way more
No,
than
It's
that.
really
You
not.
know what I'm saying? So when you just jumping in head on and you don't have the experience, you're learning as you're going.
definitely.
So everything that I've learned, I learned it along the way. But I did quit because, like I said, frustration. I had kind of got into a mood of, I just lost interest. You know what I'm saying? But for some reason, every time I did that, something kept saying no,
Hmm.
continue.
Yeah.
So what happened is I stopped last May, and July I revamped, and I've been going ever since. And so, like I was saying earlier, when I go back and look at those old shows, I see it's just progressing more and more. The more I keep going, the more it's getting better.
Yeah.
I think my niche is being able to create a platform for people to be able to come and share their stories. I mean, it turns therapeutic at times. Like I said, we've had shows that's gotten emotional where people have actually cried, but it opens the door for other people to be able to feel comfortable and feel like they have somewhere to come and share their story without being judged or looked at in, in a certain way.
Yeah.
So where I see myself going with this though is not even about monetizing for me. It's about move over Wendy because I'm coming.
Right.
That's
Yeah.
But
So
it's that good feeling of like you knowing you doing something for somebody else. It done got bigger than you
yeah,
at that point.
yeah.
I appreciate that. Did you have anything else, Miss Londa, or
And just like, with my, let me just explain to you, okay, about my accessory and fashion business. So you guys are
okay,
really wondering, like, okay, how did you come up with that name? So
Mhm.
the name is Clatchet Accessories and Fashions, right?
mm-hmm.
Now, Clatchet is two words put together. So it's classy, ratchet.
Classy and ratchet?
Oh
Right.
wow,
Okay, so where I'm
that's
coming
different.
from with
I
that
like
is
that.
because, you know, we dress sexy. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
So it's like you got classy with a little taste of ratchet. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? You're giving them just enough to wonder. So that's where I'm going with that. And
You
that's
got a
how I
little, like a little bit of sugar and a little bit of spice. That's
there you
all.
go.
Mhm.
And I also wrote a song, but I'm not ready to, I'm still working on it.
Okay, that's good. That's really good. I like that.
Yeah, I like that too.
Boom.
Thank you.
Yo, yo,
What's
yo.
your story, man? How you get to where you got to today, man? Like where
You want
you
my whole story? Should I give you my whole story? Is
man?
that
Come
what you
on,
asking?
talk. That's what we're here to do is talk. What's up?
All right, so man, I'm 35 years old, man. I live in Arizona now. I'm from Akron, Ohio. I've been in Arizona for like maybe 8 years. I think about 8 years now.
Yeah.
From Akron, Ohio, home of LeBron James, GOAT. Uh, Man, Akron, Ohio, crazy life, typical. Every hood, the same, you know what I'm saying? I'm out the hood, you know what I'm saying? It's the same every hood, we don't need the same stories all the time, you know what I'm saying? We know what the hood like. Um, but it came to a point for me being inside the hood, realizing like it's just me, people gonna be around you, when you up, but then they ain't gonna really be around you when you're down, you know what I'm saying? So why don't I put myself around people who don't give a fuck about me anyways? I might as well go somewhere where I got more opportunity
They're gonna keep you
around people who don't give
stagnant
a fuck
anyway.
about me. You know what I'm saying? Because if I'm in the hood and ain't no opportunity and people don't give a fuck about me, why not go somewhere with some opportunity at least?
Exactly.
If I'm still gonna be around people who don't give a fuck about me. So I just left. I jumped. I jumped the bridge basically and I landed on some cotton. You know what I'm saying? Kind of got blessed, like, man. So like I said, I'm in the process of doing my trucker business just to have something to fall back on. But as far as the podcast go, same thing as Ms.Londa. Like I tried it maybe 2 years ago. Same thing, PodcastLit. But it came about because I was talking to some friends about it. See, the problem is that when you talk to certain people, they, I don't know, more or less either don't care or can't keep up. I don't know which one it is, but a lot of times people don't be trying to hear the shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And sometimes they might even comment on it, but then they don't want to discuss it. You know what I'm saying? They might be like, "Oh, that was nice," or
Yeah.
"Oh, that was wrong," but then that's it. That's the end of the discussion. And we don't care how we got there. We don't care what's the effects that afterwards. So sometimes you'll have a conversation with a person and it'll be deep. Next time you have a conversation with a person, they don't want to go there. Like, you know what I'm saying? They'll
Yeah.
be like, iffy, like with people when you have a conversation with people. But regardless, I was supposed to start this with two other people, and they was give me another week, give me another 2 weeks. I'm gonna have this, I'm gonna have that. Well, you don't need all that, and I kept telling them that. But obviously, so eventually, I just started doing it on my own. But I think I had buried myself because, like I tell everybody else, I try to do everything on my own, like
That's tough.
all the way
Yeah.
all the way down to the broadcasting. Yeah, right. Because like, see
Mhm.
how we got this set up with StreamYard is
Yeah.
boom. I send you a link. It get everybody they on camera or whatever, and then you can click and change the cameras and how you want it to look
Yeah.
and add video. Man, when you do it through OBS Studio, which is the first way I started to do it, is all you
Way technical.
background. Man, you got to make sure everybody's camera fits. You want people that have Skype or Zoom, or it was a lot. Like, you know what I'm saying, doing all that, then finding people, making sure they got Skype or Zoom, then figuring out the topics. Then
Oh
it
yeah.
was too
What
much.
was it
So
called?
it kind of
OBS stream.
OBS.
OBS stream.
Yeah.
And you know what's crazy about it? If you really good, like I'm good with computers, I can break them down to all that, but I can't.
Yeah.
I ain't really like got the the focus to just sit there and learn every little in and out of it because I do other stuff like make beats and stuff like that. So I just didn't want to do all of that. But if you really was to sit there and focus on OBS Studio, it's probably better than this because we can slide the screen. There's so much you can do.
It's tough because I did do it like that, like for a while. Like I did it all by myself. Like I just like I had to really sit down like all day, like do nothing else. Like I felt bad because I'm like I had to really just hone in and focus. Like, okay, I'm gonna do this and I'm gonna do that, and it's like a whole world going around me. But I'm really trying to focus on trying to either learn how to do beats or learn how to get the screen to show a certain kind of way or get the audio right. Correct. All this stuff. It's so much background stuff that people don't even understand.
You been to spend 3 hours on that. You forgot you got to go chill with the kids. You got to go chill with the woman. You still got other priorities you got to go handle, and you still need 2 or 3 hours for this. Like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. So it's definitely a headache. But StreamYard is dope. So hey, I'm rocking with StreamYard. I ain't about to do all that.
I picked it up because you did it. I seen it on your screen. I was like, okay, let me see what this StreamYard is. I see how easy it was. I was like, I bet. Okay,
yeah, that's all it is. And if you pay for it, you see you got your sign up or whatever. So if you didn't pay for it, we'll be showing the StreamYard sign. But since you're paying for it, we get to see yours. You know what I'm saying? Which is dope. Which is another dope thing because you can also have like your stuff scrolling at the bottom, like your tickers. What you want, where people can go follow you at. You can just have that scrolling at the bottom of the whole show. So this is kind of dope, like as far as it goes, man. I like StreamYard. But back to the question.
You don't went to a whole advertising spree, man.
Hey, because I rock with StreamYard, and because if we dealing with each other, I want y'all to be able to know how to, you know what I'm saying, advertise your own at the bottom of the screen or a big sign on the side of the screen where you got
what you were trying to do earlier.
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and it's on the right side. It say ticker or something like that. And you just edit it, put it in, and then scroll at the bottom. And it's and it's that simple. Like so where when you was on the OBS, it was like you had to have a certain program or option to do that. Like it was all weird. Like this is just easy.
I'm trying to do it as simple as possible, man.
Right. That's why I'm here with it. Man.
OBS must be when you was really concentrating.
It is, but you know what? It's really good for streaming. Like if you're gonna be streaming video games and stuff like that, that's really, really what it's for. Like it ain't really. I mean, it's cool for podcasting, but it's really for streaming video games and stuff like that. So, but yeah. So basically, I gave up, and then I came across StreamYard. One of my homies, man, they got this podcast called "What the Shit," and I had just hit him up like, man, how you do yours? Yeah, and he told me about StreamYard, and so I heard y'all earlier talking about. Y'all had to get like me as far as being able to talk by yourself.
Yeah.
That was me. Because
that was you?
I'd be wanting to just get on YouTube and just kind of just talk, talk to the audience, but just not there yet. You know what I'm saying? I feel like I always gotta have that other person there.
Yeah. So I don't know how many subscribers you got on YouTube, but when I last checked, it was way more than me, like 3-4 times more than me. I only got 30. So
you got more than me.
So it's not about when you're going live talking to the audience per se. It's more of you going live and whoever watching can speak then, but it's here for you to come and speak whenever because we got notifications and it's going to tell us who commented on our video. So even if they comment 10 days later, we're going to see that they comment and we still going to be able to respond to them on the same subject. So you don't think that because you're going live and nobody's talking to you that you're not going to get a response because eventually you will. Somebody might come watch this show today and then after they watch the show today, they watch 5 other shows and now they comment on 5 shows that you didn't did months ago. You see what I'm saying? So you don't worry about the live problem. You just, if I'm talking live right now and I see a comment, cool, I can talk to you. You feel me? But for the most part, I'm speaking my mind because who knows what's right? Like who really knows the truth?
I overthink messing up. That'd be my biggest thing a lot of times. I'll be like, man,
that's me too.
Like, I don't even beat that the comments. I can just like what them. Like if I get a comment, cool, that give me some more. Get me some more content. I can go based off of that. But it's like if I stumble over my words, if I say something a little bit too fast, or I say something I didn't mean to say that, it's like, I can't take it back. It's live. It's out there.
So your problem becomes you feel like you being directed. So you an actor, and you can't be an actor. You have to be the director.
I swear to God, that's the same issue with me. Because if you notice, Boom, a lot of times when I go into introduction, I stumble over words. because I'm trying to say it like, like it's got to be said this way. You know what I'm saying? But
It
then
don't
it's
gotta
like
be perfect.
I be watching other people's podcasts and I be looking like they'll just start talking.
Be just fluid.
They'll
Just
really
go.
necessarily just be like,
So
oh,
look,
you tuned
let me
in
ask you a
to
question. Out of all four of us, I'm gonna say it didn't happen for me. I had to practice. But out of y'all three, which one of y'all just hopped on the bike and start riding it? No training wheels, no
I
nothing.
don't remember the training part. I remember riding. I don't even remember the training part.
You don't even remember the training wheel. You probably was too young. It's probably somebody pushing you, made you fall over a couple
I
times.
did.
You got right.
I remember my mom holding the bike.
You hopped on the bike, no training wheels, no nothing, just go.
Falling.
You was falling? Yeah, my point exactly though. But now you'll get on there and ride though. You know what I'm saying? You'll get on there and roll.
I get what you're saying. I get what
You
you're
feel
saying.
me? It's like basically you gon' just keep going. Like don't stop. Don't worry about falling. You're gonna fall, but eventually you're gonna get it.
Yeah.
And again, like when you say people fumbling when they first bring in their intros, like that's cool. Who perfect? Like if I say, yeah, thank you for joining the podcast. I mean, thank you for watching podcast. So what? What the? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You gonna mark me for that? For real? For real? I'm
Right.
finna give you all this information right here, and you finna mark me because I messed up my intro. Or even if I'm giving you this information and I can't say this word, you feel me? Maybe it's a word that I don't I'm gonna tell you I don't know it. I don't care that you got something to say about me. Now I don't know the word, like period.
Yeah.
I'm gonna look up the word. I'm gonna show you the word on the internet. You're gonna be able to see the word and you're gonna be able to see the meaning. You feel me? So
yeah, I got you.
Tell me the word. Don't talk about me about not knowing the word. Tell me the word. Why are we doing this? You know what I'm saying? That's the whole point.
Yeah.
Podcast
Exactly.
like,
Don't
come over here acting like you know everything.
Jail
don't.
for not knowing the word. They ain't gonna try to teach you the word.
Right, they gonna come
put you in jail for not knowing the word.
Come on, man. Come on, man. Come on.
Yeah,
man.
I get issues because of my requirements. I've had people say like, you got too many requirements. You think you better than everybody, or
what you mean by requirements? What you mean what they say about requirements?
I like to roll professional. So how we all is, this is fine. But
yeah.
Bonnet,
no smoking,
pajamas,
no drinking.
I don't allow. Now the reason, no, you can drink. That's why it's called sipping coffee with Ms.Londa. The reason why I don't allow the smoking on camera is because, like I said earlier, I have a nonprofit. So when you out here, you kind of gotta maintain. You gotta go to these people for this money. So you gotta maintain a certain image. So that's why I say you can smoke, just mute your camera. You know what I'm saying? But bonnets and pajamas, I just don't see like. Why would you want to be? I'm live on 3 different platforms. Why would you want to be on camera like that? You know what I'm saying? And they don't understand it. And I try to tell, look, I'm finna be 50. I'm not 20, 25. So things that you might see on other platforms, you have to remember the age bracket as well. I lead by example. I don't follow the trend. So.
And see, with me, mine's I'm a smoker. You feel me? I smoke weed. I'm eventually get past that. It ain't even though I just like smoking weed anyway. But you know what I'm saying? And then like what ends up happening is I start thinking. You feel me? I get to thinking about shit, and I'm watching videos and all this other stuff to where I be so fried. I don't really care what nobody think for real. I'm finna talk about this, and I'm finna talk about my feelings. If I'm wrong, tell me I'm wrong. But other than that, this is how I feel. You know what I'm saying? And that's the whole thing about going live, man. Like I wasn't never one of those people who walked around with the cameras. Hey, I'm over here. Hey, we kicking it. I wasn't never like that. Like I never ever went live on my page until I started doing the podcast. Like so, I've never been a live person. But if I'm doing a podcast, then this is what a podcast do. We go live. We go on radio. We talk. So this is what I'm gonna get you. This is what we do. So. If I'm talking about freaking how big Stars is, because I'm amazed that I done found out how big the Stars is, y'all about to find out with me. And if you don't care about how big the Stars is in this other places,
but we're gonna talk about it anyway.
Right.
Keep conversation going.
Hey, so I'm finna talk about Stars.
But like I said, I like that, and I appreciate that always because it's like okay, you got one aspect of how you like to do things. You like to be live, raw, whatever comes out is what it is. Ms.Londa, you like to do things professionally. You like have a certain kind of setup. You like have it planned out, thought out, because you really you take your brand really seriously.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, but I take my brand seriously too now.
I'm not saying. Look,
no, it's kind of like a thing that works for you, but helps you. You know what I'm saying? Because like it helped me to be able to create my topics a month in advance.
Yeah.
That's much more easier on me because it's like, okay, I do a show today. Now when I get off, I got a show on Wednesday. What topic am I gonna come up with? Now I already got these topics set. Now I just have to worry about guests. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And
You
it's just much
you
more
doing the same
easier and
thing I
less
do.
stressful on me.
Yeah. You the
Even to
exact
the
same
point
thing.
of figuring out that you can't just jump and go live. I get ready. So we go on at 6. At 4:30, I am in the mirror. By 5 o'clock, I'm making sure everything is connected right and working. Sometimes you can still do that and it can be working and you get there and something mess up. But
Uh-huh.
Like it,
I'm
like just like
learning,
today.
yeah, I'm learning how to, deal with it to the point where I don't have those meltdowns. Because I'm telling you, there's been times when I was on camera, you probably didn't even know it, but boom, I was literally pissed because something didn't go right. But I had to maintain,
Yeah.
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 But that doesn't mean boom. Okay, we ain't trying to look, ain't trying to be no bad show. It's
No, I
not
know.
saying how you do things, and ain't nothing
I'm
wrong
gonna
with
give
that
y'all
at
some
all.
juice
I
too.
actually
You
like
feel me?
it. That's what it's part as far as part of the networking. It's like I like learning from different people and how they do things. I love how both y'all do things. Honestly, I like how you could just like, you know what, I'm about to go live. I love how I'm gonna get to that point, and I know I will. I like how you could just like you just do it, and like I said, that's inspiration I got from my
Mhm.
wife. As far as like when I got started, it's just like I can't just sit down too much and just think, you know, without making any progress going. Anything the work I have to like write. Even though I go in my book and I write things down, like I could write stuff down forever, but at some point I got to get it out. And like I said, you just telling me to just do it. I just like, all
Just
right.
So
do
no,
it.
look. So look. This is how I say. This is how I'm gonna say. This the juice that I have. I'm gonna give to you. It may not be good for you. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying. This is the juice that I
So,
have. I'm gonna get. Well, Miss Londa already know how I'm moving, but I'm gonna just give it to you because I feel like everybody should do it like this because it makes your body of work look good. And I don't even know if you already doing it. You might already be doing it, but I just think that it will make your overall body of work look good. So what I'm doing is when I go do my spontaneous shows, out the blue, I've been watching something.
mhm.
All of a sudden, I want to talk about it. I'm going live. I'm talking about it. Boom. My audio, all my audios that I do are going to be stacked up basically. So if I do like 5 of those shows and I do like 6 interviews, I got 11 shows
Yeah,
for my podcast. Now, when I take all these 11 shows and throw them on Amazon or Apple or something, you know what I'm saying?
I
And I
forgot
tell you
about
to go
Amazon.
there, now you can go listen to all my stuff whenever you feel, right?
Yeah,
So then, if I do need to schedule an interview or something like that, that's cool. I will go ahead and broadcast it. I'm going to promote that. But everything else is just building up my catalog in my Apple. So when you go listen to me, it's just always something for you to go listen to. I don't want you to feel like you need to be taking your time to stop and listen to me. I want you
that's
to
what I've
just
been trying to avoid having to do. Like I
yeah,
understand some
that's
people
why I
like
don't do
that.
it like that. Like if I go live and somebody watching my live, it's because they got time to watch my live. I don't want you
Mhm.
to try and make time to watch my live because I don't want you to feel like you have to
Stop what you're doing,
stop
and
what you're doing or I got to do this for boom or any of that. Like I don't feel like it's wrong if people doing it or if that's how what people want. But I'm just saying for me personally, I don't feel like you should have to stop. But I would like you to follow me and then you will see a notification of
yeah,
me putting up something new. So you'll be like, oh, I'll probably listen to this tomorrow on my way to work because you ain't got time to listen to it at 4 o'clock. You ain't got
yeah,
time to listen to it at 7 o'clock. But when you riding to work and I done did a 20-minute segment and take you 25 minutes to get to work, you be done listen to my whole
perfect.
segment. You feel me? And
Yeah,
so that's how I'm trying to push it. That's why I go live and do my statement because I want it to always just be something. And stuff happens every day. You
it
feel
do.
me? This is not, oh, something happened last week. Let me talk about it 2 weeks from now. Because if I talk about it 2 weeks from now, we already came up with our own information anyway.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I'm saying? I want you to come up with your idea off of listening to me. I don't want you to come up with your idea after you done already heard everything and we already know the juice and we know the story. No, I'm giving it to you right now, and then you can go listen to it when you can, or you can listen to it right now if you're able to. That's why I do it like that.
And we
And I be
appreciate it like
smoking. So hopefully you
that.
Mhm.
Definitely appreciate it like that. But it's also, I mean, like I said, it's content for everybody. There's content for people that want to listen to it on the go. There's content for people that want to just like you said, you're gonna be a truck driver pretty soon. They may want that like hour long, 2 hour long conversation to just keep you on the go the whole time. And some people want that balance in between. They may want that 35, 40 minute sweet spot to just be able to get them to they local commute and back. There's a little bit for everybody.
A little bit for everybody, man.
But like I said, as far as like, progression, everything like that, it's like we all figured out ways of, what makes what work.
Yeah.
As far as like how I got started, when I stopped and I got started back again, it's like, okay, what do I feel like worked? What can I take from what I learned so that way I don't get back to that spot to where I got stuck and don't feel like wanting to do it anymore. Or like he's like even you learning just everything that you learn from the beginning up until now is completely different than how you started, right? But from before both of y'all.
Correct.
So it's like that's things that I'm learning as I'm going even more now. Excuse me. Is that like even like as far as you sharing with StreamYard, it's like even I was sharing with the roomers, it's like as far as like um soundtrack. That's why I used to make my beats. Like when I my intro, my homeboy, I did a beat and he listened to the beat. He went up, he spit a verse over the beat, and that's my intro. And I was like, yo, you mind if I use this? Like, man, of course. It's a blessing to be on every podcast. I feel humble for saying that. So I'm like, shoot, I'm gonna play that every episode. It's gonna be on every single episode. Because I feel like, I appreciate him for doing that. He ain't had to do that. He took the time out to do that. And it's like, yeah, that's dope.
And
And now
that's the good thing
I
about
encourage
helping.
me more to like even just like push myself to want to talk because I'm a very I want to say I'm shy, but I'm not shy. I'm like I have to fill it out first, and then I really get to talking. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
like I gotta kind of stand to the side, like okay, what are they talking about? Okay, I can relate to that. Yeah, I can talk. Yeah, let's talk about that. And then I'm in there, but it's a learning process. I didn't network at first. Like I felt like I could just put it out there and whoever want to listen to it, they can listen to it. But then it's
Yes.
like at the same time, I wanted the feedback. So I'm doing it all wrong as far as like I wanted it to happen the way I wanted it to happen, and I had to learn the hard way.
Yeah, I wouldn't say you was doing it all wrong because as long as you was doing it, you know what I'm saying. That's really what matters. It's like we gonna mess up. You know what I'm saying. I wouldn't say that you're doing it wrong, bro. I would just say that you gotta. And this is not judging because again, I don't know you, but I would
No,
just say
yeah,
from going off of what you told me, you just gotta open up more or be more fearless. I'm not saying that you're scary or anything, but just more like just stop caring about what anybody else think. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and understand that how it's gonna make you look as a man. I'm speaking to you, of course, and
yeah,
but as everybody as a person, um, just understand how it's gonna make you look when you do it. So I'm not about to jump out a window and possibly break my neck because I want people to view me. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm not about to harm myself. I'm not about to do something stupid
yeah.
to get people to pay attention to me because I don't want nobody to be like, oh, you the dude that got 30,000 because you jumped out of bridge. Like, I don't want you, you know what I'm saying? That's not what I want you to remember me for. Like, so that's what I'm not going to do. But I'm not telling you not to do it. I'm just saying don't be fearless on what you want to do. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because it's what you want to do regardless of what anybody else talking about. Because the last thing a motherfucker going to do is buy you some socks. I'm telling you now.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You can't buy me no socks. I can really care less about what you're talking about. You feel me?
Yeah, I
That's
got
what
you.
I'm saying.
Most definitely.
Yeah, I would say that the way you doing it, being observant, and then it's like, okay, yeah, I can relate to that. I think that's a good way because even though I've been doing this for over a year, there's still topics that I kind of fall back on because I'm still like,
I still got
okay,
some pocketed
if I speak
topics
on
too.
this, what is they gonna say? You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
it's still some topics that I kind of fall back on and don't really, I must just say when it comes to them family topics, it's a lot that I can say, but then I'm like, okay, what's gonna be the
Oh, they
backlash?
coming.
You know what I'm saying?
They coming.
So I say take your time and when you feel comfortable when you're ready.
Yeah.
Well,
I say jump. I say jump.
I do see that there's a lot more support with podcasters than
Yeah.
any other
Yeah.
type of business or whatever. Like you wouldn't see like another nail tech, like how you shared this screen yard. You won't see another nail tech sharing any type of product she used or anything like that. But I do see with podcasters like um since you've been, opening up to people, like they have
Took a
no
little bit.
problem with saying, come on my show or I go on your
Yeah.
show. Like I haven't seen no, issues with that.
Because if I'm talking
Pretty
about
dope.
basketball on my show, you feel me, and you got some sense in basketball, you're gonna want to come over here and talk to me. But
Hmm.
you probably don't talk about basketball on your show, and I'm gonna come on your show and talk about something else. And while
Right.
I'm on your show, I'm gonna let
Yeah.
the people know that watch your show, and I'll be talking
Yeah.
about basketball. And when you're on my show, you're gonna let people know that you be talking about Purgatory. And people that's on my show that want to hear about Purgatory don't go follow you because I don't talk about Purgatory. So why are
Yeah.
we not helping each other out? You feel me?
That's
That's how
what
you
I'm
help the
saying.
content grow. That's how you build
Yeah.
the audience.
Yeah.
Because today I'm feeling
Exactly.
Purgatory is tomorrow I'm feeling podcast lit, but maybe next week I'm gonna be feeling sip and talk, like you know what I'm saying. So
Exactly. I'm glad you broke it down that way. That's
Like
exactly how
speaking
it
on
is.
y'all subscribers, I learned to do things with incentives. You know what I'm saying? So if you was a rap artist and you wanted an interview, all I'm asking for you to do is subscribe to my YouTube channel and follow my Sip and Talk page. That's one more subscriber. It's not, it might not seem like a lot, but if you did 5 interviews in a week, you got 5 more subscribers. You know what I'm saying? Just come up. But then there's other ways that I get subscribers too, because I'm on a lot of other apps. I'm like on audio apps all day. This is how I network. This is how I promote. This is how I put myself out there. They have rooms that's called quiet engagement. What that means is everybody in that room, and if you go on Clubhouse, it's a room of over 100 people. Everybody's just quiet, following one another's pages and subscribing, sharing, liking, commenting. Because the more you like, the more you comment, it's moving your page through social
Mhm.
media. So those are other ways too to get your subscribers and stuff up.
Yeah. I just felt like it was like like I feel like I'm doing it right, but it was just something I'm missing that I'm just not quite seeing. I'm like, okay, I got the content. I got, I'm talking more, I'm engaging more. What is it? What else am I missing? Am I not, that's where I'm constantly going into this thing where I'm questioning myself, like, what am I not doing? Or is it just not the right time?
are you
I
putting
don't
money in
think
it?
it's about what you're not doing or if it's right or wrong. You have to find your niche. You know how many different things I've tried since I tried gossiping. That didn't work out for me. I tried talk after dark, talking dirty. That didn't work out for me. I think I finally found my niche though. You know what I'm saying? You just have to try it, and when you find your niche, I think you're gonna know.
Hmm.
Have you threw some money into it?
Yeah, I've been putting money, like I put money into the banners. I've been putting
Mm-mm.
money into other certain things.
Promotion only, just for people to just for you to be seen.
Not yet, not yet.
So that's probably if you're looking for like maybe viewers or comments or people to interact with you more other than your friends list or people that you may know or people that you're networking with through podcasts. Um, you probably want to figure out a way to like pay a promoter. You know what I'm saying? That has no problem with taking your $50 and sitting there for 2-3 days and just promoting your shit on everything all day, every day, all day, every day.
Yeah.
You can go to like some of these like big name people who doing skits and stuff like that and be like, hey, if I throw you this $50, can you post my stuff on your wall for like 2 hours, 30 minutes, something. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? And if they being followed a lot, they gonna see it and they just gonna follow it just because they already following this person and this person asking them to
Yeah.
follow you. And you just throwing them 50 just to do that. You know what I'm saying? Or however much they ask. It don't have to be the biggest name, it be the little, you know what I'm saying, whoever. But it does take money to make money. And one thing that I think
Yeah, most definitely.
that's gonna end up happening for me personally is that I think that it's gonna pay for itself because we already know about the monetization and all that. You get so many people, you get paid, but we ain't worried about that. We want people to be like, okay, where you get the podcast lit hat from? Where you get the Purgatory shirt from? You know what I'm saying? How can I get me a
It's
shit to
coming.
talk? So you
Yeah.
see that's when it's gonna start paying for itself because when they start buying these hats or they start buying these pictures and stuff like that, that's gonna be all the money that's coming in from you doing your podcast. You know what I'm saying? They ain't really gonna be the monetization. You want to give them not just talk, but something that can remember. So why wouldn't I want you to have a podcast lit coffee mug to remind you to go listen to podcast lit anyway? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
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 You feel me? That's where the money gonna come in at, man.
I definitely would buy that cup too.
I mean, and these people out here won't instantly say, "I'm gonna buy that endless purgatory." I need me an endless purgatory cup. I need me an endless purgatory hat,
But
bowl,
I'm that hoodie. I'm definitely gonna get some hoodies out there.
anything, bro. And wintertime, that's the best time to sell a hoodie, t-shirt. Summertime coming up, you start promoting them by April, letting them go by May. You know what I'm saying? All that, like, long as you know, like, when to start pushing a certain part of your business, then you know what area. Like, I'm not gonna push ice cream, even though I got ice cream in my business. That's not what I'm gonna promote through December and February. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna be promoting my hoodies, but then in the summertime, I'm gonna be promoting ice cream. Still gonna be podcast lit. This one of the
Podcast lit with ice cream, man.
that's all you gotta do, man. Don't just jump out there. Somebody gonna take it, bro. Man, I be seeing people. I mean, listen to the music that we got now. Like, somebody gonna take it. Like, the music that we got now is bullshit. If you ask me,
I can't do it
because people are going ahead and going along with it and keep on listening to it. I'm gonna keep on giving it to you. If this stuff stops selling, then we know that it ain't gonna work. But since it keeps selling, everybody's saying it's trash. But when you listen to somebody or you hear a radio, you hear the song that they saying is trash. You know what I'm saying? Our music ain't like it is nowadays, but we still listening to it because we still giving it attention. Like, if we stop giving it attention, then they'll give us something else. You know what I'm saying? So, man, don't worry about what nobody talk about, man. Just do you, man. That's all I can say, man. Just do you, man.
It took me a minute. Like I said, it's with everybody, with every individual, you know, everybody's a work in progress anyway. You know, so I'm saying, like, as I'm learning things as I go, I know, okay, I to start worrying less about certain things that I used to worry about before, and that's only helping me. Just like how I used to go back and, like Ms.Londa said, like go back and look at older episodes. I start appreciating my fuck ups pretty much. You know what I'm saying? I start appreciating, like, I go back and listen to the sound. I'm like, man, that just sounded like that. My beat sounded like that. You know, but I'm gonna keep it. I'm not gonna delete it. I'm not gonna overthink it. I'm gonna keep it because I want people to hear. I want to hear that progression in, you know, from the beginning all the way up until now, or all the way up until in the future when I keep going. And they're gonna be like, yo, this dude really started from here and he got to here. Because a lot of times people don't see like that progression, or they don't hear that progression. They just see instant success. Like most celebrities today, like they don't see like how where they came from or where they started. They just see that, oh, they're a millionaire now.
And that's look at them looking back at themselves. They able to even laugh. Like, you would think about a person like Will Smith, you know what I'm saying, where he can go back and watch all the old Fresh Prince shows and laugh at himself acting goofy. And,
or the Wild West.
Man, I can go back and look at all my work. I can remember all my fuck ups and everything, but still be able to sit here and look around and be like, yeah, I did it though. Regardless, like, I fucked up, but I did it. I did this, but I did it. Like, it's all about like just loving what you do, regardless if you fuck. I mean, we all sometimes them burn something. You know what I'm saying? Like, damn, I burnt the cornbread. Let me go get a couple boxes or something. I forgot it was in the oven. I gotta make a whole new cornbread, but I bet I don't burn this one. Like, you know what I'm saying? We all fuck up, but we're still gonna do it. Yeah, still need that cornbread.
Definitely gonna continue to do it, regardless. So I love what I do, and just like, and it's also encouraging to be around other people that enjoy and love doing what y'all do too. Like you said, regardless of what people say, y'all gonna keep doing it because y'all love it, y'all passionate about it.
Unless you buy me some socks, then I might listen.
I might care a little bit.
I care a little bit. I care.
Most definitely, but I definitely, I really appreciate y'all. Like, I definitely enjoyed this conversation with y'all. Like I said, the progression between all of us, the story between all of us. I wanted to be heard from other people, and so they could understand that also too. Like, yo, you got 4 individuals that's all had things, you know, start and stop and continued again, and you just kept moving, stay motivated. And we got 4 completely different perspectives on that. So I just want to say I definitely appreciate y'all, and as far as being a part of that and able to share that with other people also, because it's definitely going up. And also, I'm gonna go ahead and let y'all promote once again, because I know, Boom, you got something coming up. Ms.Londa, you have anything coming up that you want to talk about?
Yes, this coming Thursday, because this month, for the month of March, for on my platform, I was celebrating women. So each topic that I've done on the platform this month was something for women. So this Thursday, it's poetry for women. Come on and share poetry if you're poetic. Come on and share your poetry. And then probably next Sunday, I'll be having women promoting their businesses.
That's major dope. Didn't you say you used to write poems a little bit?
Mhm.
Uh,
I did in high school.
But
So yeah,
that's major dope because we still celebrating Women's Month. So
Mhm.
I want that to be known. I'm glad you shared that for real.
thank
Yeah,
you.
just don't forget to send the link.
I will. I will.
Mhm.
All right, boom. We know you got something coming up. What's up? What you got going on?
yeah, so Friday, this Friday coming up, and 5 p.m. Eastern time. I got my homie Vale coming on. He one of the rappers out the city or whatever. I'm gonna have him on there this Friday, March 25th, 5 p.m. Eastern. We're gonna be talking about music. Monday we have me and Ms.Londa. Ms.Londa is going to be one of the co-hosts. We have Monday the 28th, 7:30 Eastern time. We have a battle of the sexes, three women versus three men. It's gonna be asking them. We're probably gonna be pulling their black cards, seeing how black they are. Really, that's gonna be one of the first games. We're gonna be playing more games, so it's gonna get more
That
interesting. But
sounds
this
good.
first one, we're gonna be pulling black cards. So we probably gonna get some white people on there. So don't be thinking
Mm,
this is about
We're gonna go balance.
but
that
nah, so
sounds fun.
it's gonna be all right too. I hope it come out right. This is my first time doing it. I don't know about Miss
I'm
Londa. I know.
excited for you. I'm excited for
Thank
both of y'all.
so
Thank
yeah, I
you.
got that coming out. The thing going on with my guy Vale Friday. And then that's pretty much it for me, man. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Follow me on Podcast Lit,
I was just about to say, where can we find y'all?
Facebook at Podcast Lit, Instagram at Podcast Lit, TikTok at Podcast Lit,
Oh
and
yeah.
YouTube at Podcast Lit.
All right, Miss London, what were you saying? Where can we find you?
So on YouTube and Facebook under Sip and Talk, but I already put the links to YouTube and the Facebook in the group chat.
Okay.
And then also I'm on TikTok as well
As
under Miss Londa. I'm under
Miss
Miss
London.
Londa
Miss
on
Londa.
TikTok. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, and and on my TikTok, I got two of them because I don't follow nobody on my podcast lit TikTok. I'm not supposed to. If I am, I got to get them off of there. But so that's the podcast lit. That's just straight about what podcast lit feel. Now, I do have my own name, but I ain't gonna get that out. That's no need. You will see that. But the podcast lit, I don't follow nobody. So if anybody follow me on there, don't be mad at me because they didn't follow me back. Right here.
Man, as always, man. Like I love your energy, man. This is a podcast list. Definitely, it's definitely
Try to be
lit. So
lit.
It's
Got Miss Londa over there too. She gonna give her opinion, so we good.
okay, but like I said, I appreciate y'all. As always, I always have a saying before I leave: stay safe, stay sane, and secure in your mind. Release.